Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for July 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, Monday through Thursday. This is a general reading, and that means I'm going to be using, of course, my two Radley Valentine decks. I use my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main message. Then I will pull one from my Angel Tarot cards. I pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck, too. Now, I'm also for the introduction, which we are in the introduction, and I do put a little time marker when the actual readings start so that anyone that's cross watching, and basically it's very encouraged for you to check what your moon, your Venus, ascending, rising, and you can kind of take a look at all of them. By going to the marker, you skip then the introduction. Anyway, I will be in the introduction using my Waite Rider traditional tarot. I will pull three for that. That's more for an overview of what's happening possibly in our world. Okay? Now, remember to I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job, just deliver the message. Now, anything that is reversed, any cards that are reversed, basically have a little stronger energy. So let's go on. We are going to go ahead and pull three cards just to see what's happening in the world, what the energies are going to be like. Oops, and a card is flying. When cards fly, and I have to disappear for a moment, it usually means, hey, pay attention to me. It is face down. It is face down, so I don't know what this is. And I told you that reverse cards have stronger energies. Also to remember, swords is our air energy, and that's our Gemini. It is our Libra and Aquarius. Cups is our water energy. It is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. Wands and rods is our fire energy. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And then we have Pentacles, which is our earth energy. And that would be our Virgo, Capricorn, and our Taurus energy. So let's see what we have. Please take time now. Please take time now to like, share, subscribe. The buttons should be over there. It helps. Click on the bell for notifications. I've had some viewers telling me that they've been having trouble with their notifications. They've kind of said that they think that my algorithms might be a little bit messed up. So please, if you are subscribed, resubscribe. Do all the buttons again, please, because it does help. Thank you so much. And thank you to my viewers who have made comment to that. And I do love to listen to your comments or read your comments. So please do feel free to comment. Okay, first card here. This is reverse, a little bit stronger energy. This is a 5. 5 has some change energy to it, positive, negative. It can be a little bit on that difficult side, and we know what difficulties are like. We've had many ups and downs in the last couple of years, but that's what life is all about. Now, the Hierophant is very much a traditionalist, but there's a couple of things going on with this Hierophant too. So one is tradition, one is there is also a legalistic type of energy around the Hierophant. But the other thing that the Hierophant has, and I'm picking this energy up more, so is being around people with your views, okay? People that are very supportive of you. So if you have, if you've been, going a little bit off of the traditional view, or off of the traditional pathway, it's very important for you to have the spiritual support to help to get you on, help to get you through this. So there's going to be a couple of things going on with this week with the Hierophant. One is, and again to the Hierophant, I always get, because I am a fire sign, I always I'm always like a little bit resistant to those traditions, unless it makes sense to me, unless it's kind to others. So just kind of the Hierophant has a very traditional, very legalistic energy, but at the same time, there's also that part that says the people that need, the people need to be around people that help to support them to get them through some of this energy too. So let's see what else we have here. Next card. Okay, this is also reversed. So now we have two, and these are from the major arcana. So this is more of that bigger overview. The minor arcanas kind of give us that day-to-day feel, but this is this is something bigger than us. Now, the Emperor, there's a 4, so some stability, some leadership. There's also some organization with the Emperor. The Emperor kind of gets us back on our path. The Emperor kind of guides us where we need to do. So while we have this being more of the religious, this has more of that oversight of even that religious, okay? So, these two are very powerful, very strong leaders in our universal. Now, again, it kind of has there is kind of a little bit of I don't necessarily want to say conflict, but I kind of feel like a little bit rubbing each other wrong. So we're going to have to just watch to see what that's all about. Okay, next card. And now we have the Hermit. And again, these are reversed. Now, the Hermit, so we have all major arcana. So we have some majorly higher power, and again, when I talk about higher power, I talk higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, the source, whoever that is to you, that's very personal to you. But this has a very strong universal type of energy going on. And one thing, this is a 9. So 9s have kind of this completion. It's kind of this ending type of thing. It's kind of this let's wrap things up and let's move on with our life. But the Hermit is one that needs to take time away, needs to think about what's going on, needs to kind of see that bigger picture. Now, one of the things that really popped to me was that we had a 5 plus a 4, and that equals 9. And if you know what I've been talking about the last month or so, and I am so grateful to the subscribers that let me know, because one thing about me is once I give the reading and once it's delivered, it's something that I really don't recall it unless higher power wants me to. But it's kind of like it's delivered, now let's move on. And that's kind of where the Hermit is too. It's kind of like, okay, it's delivered, let's move on. Or I should say that's how number 9 is. That's what that number is. But what really jumped at me was 5 plus 4 equals 9. So the numbers have been speaking quite a bit. A lot of times, that's how angelic realms, they like to speak to us through numbers. And there's some wonderful sites, and I talk about this as, you go to your search browser, whoever that is, whatever that is, and I would suggest you put 5, 4, and 9 in, and then put angel numbers behind it. And when I talk about the numbers in the shorter readings, then, please, go, or in any of the readings, if they're jumping out, well, these are very, very strong energies here. So we have this traditionalist. We have this Emperor that is, kind of sees beyond the tradition, kind of sees the changes between, because the traditionalist also has an emotional component to it. It also is kind of what we buy into as a people. The Emperor sees things a little bit at a higher energy, at a higher level. And the Hermit is where we need to step back and we need to kind of reconcile what we're seeing, what we're hearing, what we're believing. We need to connect with higher power and just see where everything is fitting to. So we have this this major arcana cards, very high energy. I tell you to keep your energy and your vibrations up, because everyone that watches, you're here for a reason. We've connected for a reason, okay? And it is to keep us, our vibrations higher, because we are countering with very low vibration people. And I've had some conversations with viewers about that too, that, many times the lower vibration people come in, they're trying to pull you down. We need to, and it's a struggle, but this is also saying, we definitely, need to keep our vibrations up. If we're around people that are very low vibration, then step away from them. Step away, move away from them. Okay? Okay. Now, I will put the time marker into the, into my little introduction, my description, okay? So that all the cross watchers, and that means that people that watch for their moon, their sun, their Venus, ascending, rising, all of those, that you can just watch the intro one time and then go to the time marker to watch for your other energies. Okay? Okay. So, very high universal energy this week. Remember, Mercury did go into Cancer on the 11th, and Mercury is about communication. Cancer is very, maternal in many ways, but very deep, very let's get down and find out, kind of like let's find out what's really going on. So we should expect to have some very deep discussions. But again, this is very high level type of energy over us, the world, at this time. Okay, so now let's start our readings. Hello, my Geminis. How are you? Well, I think this is going to be a very interesting week for you. I love your energy. I kind of feel a little bit, okay, not to say that you're doing this negatively. I kind of feel some sneaky snake energy. Now, and I don't mean that it's around you. I think you're the sneaky snake. I don't mean that you're doing something maliciously, but there's kind of like, it's, and again, my mother was a Gemini, and it's kind of like when she would go buy candy and she would hide it and no one knew that she had bought. It's kind of like, the candy, it's there, but it's hidden. So again, kind of sneaky snake type of energy, and she would go get it when she was all by herself, no one around, and then put it away. Okay, so that kind of energy around you, so that means that there was forethought, there was also implementation, and then there was follow through. So something with this. It doesn't have to be low vibration at all. In fact, I think that you do things in a higher vibration. It's just that you're not necessarily sharing all the details. You're not sharing the bag of candy with your kids or with your family or with your partner. You're not sharing. You're just not sharing. But that's okay because you have some plans to implement. You have some things. And I think this could be one of those weeks that you do it. Anyway, all of these are reversed. Let's see what we have, my Geminis. First card, the Star. So we have a 1 plus a 7. Okay, 1, new beginnings. We can look at it as a 10 plus 7. Also, 10's transitional. Now, zeros have God universal energy to it. 7s has a divine umbrella to it. It's kind of like, you kind of put it up there. You just let your higher power know, this is what I need. Now, we also, 1 plus 7 makes an 8, unlimited opportunities, infinite possibilities. The Star is Archangel Jophiel. Jophiel actually has some very creative type of energies, but this is making wishes. This is putting this out there. This is saying, this is what I need. This is where I need to go. You may consider it part of your meditation. You may consider it part of your prayer, or just what you put out to the universe. Anyway, this is about a dream come true. Believe in yourself. The end of a difficult situation. You're making a lot of things happen, and I think that a lot of it could be coming to fruition this week. Now, part of that sneaky snake energy that I'm feeling, you just may not want people to quite know about it just yet. So again, you're holding your, like if you're playing gambling, poker games, and you're holding your cards to your chest, that's the type of energy. Here we go, next card. 4 of Ariel. Now, 4s have stability to it. It has some organizational leadership to it. Ariel is your work energy. It's your solid energy. It is your earth energy, pentacle energy. It's Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy, something you can touch a lot of times. So there is some stabilization with the 4 of Ariel. There could be some stabilization with your money situation, with your with what you're putting out and what you're getting back. There is reciprocity with the 4 of Ariel. It is what you give, you receive, but at the same time, remember, what you receive, you give. So it's a reciprocity type of energy here too. Now, when you give, you also receive. Now, the thing to remember, though, is when you receive, there's also a time to give. Okay, I know it's the same thing, but sometimes the giving becomes before the receiving. Sometimes the receiving comes before the giving. Being resistant to change, and yeah, I can see that for my Geminis for this week. Extremes in how you save or spend money. Now, next card, the Chariot. So we have a 1-7, we have a 4, and we have a 7. So right away the 177 pops at me. I'm not saying that the 4 isn't speaking either, but the 177 is definitely popping. Now the Chariot is Archangel Metatron, believed to have been Enoch. Before the flood. There is a lot of movement with the Chariot. There is a lot of things that you need to do. There is a lot of staying on your path and not necessarily, and this might be why that sneaky snake energy comes, because it's like the other people, the other energies may try to pull you off of this. Or they may do something to sabotage you, to subterfuge. Subterfuge and sabotage keep coming. So this is why, you're staying on your path and you're doing what you need to do. Anyway, determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. But like I said, the Chariot always is fast to me. Things happening fast. Okay, let's go on. And again, my eyes are going to the 177. I'm not saying not to look up the 4, not the 1747, but that 177 is definitely, maybe because it's Archangel energy. And again, we have a lot of major arcana, which these are, in the introduction too. I mean, I think it was all major arcana. Okay, oops. Let's see what we have with this card. The Queen of Water. Now, the Queen of Water, Queen's underlying energy is water, okay? And so this is water, water. Queens are royal. Queens, queens are pretty, queens, you don't mess with the queen. And you don't mess with the Queen of Water, because this is the one that's, in some ways, and again, doesn't matter if you're male or female, in some ways can be very committed, very maternal, very much kind of like, you don't mess with the queen, with the queen's babies, okay? Like think of a dog, cat, animal of some sort, and they've just given birth. They're very territorial too. So the Queen of Water is giving me a very strong territorial type of energy, very strong, like, no, you don't mess with this, and you don't mess with the people around me that I care for. You don't mess with my relationships, and the relationships, again, can be anything that you feel very connected about. Now, the Queen of Water, water is, of course, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid and emotional. Tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. And I think this is probably why you're the sneaky snake this week. And that's okay. It is okay. So when I say that, don't think of it as negative. It's kind of like, no, I don't want anybody messing with my plans. I don't want anybody messing or trying to tell me what to do and take me off course either. Here we go. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. So again, it's very strongly, don't mess with me. It's better if I just keep it secret, if I keep it quiet, because once, again, what do they say about a secret? You only have to tell one person and then it's no longer a secret. So anyway, let's go on. What crystal or energy for my Geminis? This is reversed. Peridot. Oh, I like Peridot. Okay, well-being, attracting money, which is always good, good luck, charm, healing, heartbreak. So in many ways, I do get this, don't mess with the Gemini this week. Gemini, you mean business. You're going after your dreams. You're going after the things that matter to you. And it's one of these, just don't mess with Gemini this week. I can deal with that. I can appreciate that. Though I do wish I could find that. I do wish I knew where that candy had been hidden. Anyway, my Geminis. Remember to like, share, subscribe, click on the button for notifications, and please make sure that you are subscribed, because that's one of the things people were saying is that I was subscribed, then I wasn't, so please make sure. Anyway, my Geminis, as always, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.